Nico! Carrots. Good. I'm going to come on scene, and then I'm going to... Oh, man. I hate that they've changed that so the pause stops instead of actually drifting out. But hey, welcome in. It is a completely disheveled day for me here today. I don't know what works or what doesn't work, but I see the little volume line going crazy with my microphone, so at least you should be able to hear me. And I thought I heard some music earlier. Yep, if I hit my monitor over there, it sounds like my voice is coming through. Oh, it's nice to have something that works. Got my sign going. It's slowly rotating through stuff. Perfect. The volume works today. Let's see what I did forget to start up my Jedi greeter until after two people had already joined. What a shunda. Fortunately, the code is all working, so it fired right up. Ooh. It's an actual sign redemption. I've got a couple of shades of purple. Oh, there's that. That's the purple that I like the most, but there's a lighter version. You get kind of toward pink there. So you can have your choice between them. I'll sit in the middle purple for right now, but you can make it either a little darker or a little lighter, whichever you choose. And so, Mrs. Jedi, you do have your custom greeting with the dog heart. Ooh, first, okay, let me go back up a step. There it is. That's a good looking purple. Purple is definitely the best. Well, see, now you're picking multiples, so what, if I could set it to just rotate through a couple of colors, I would totally do that, but I can't. What can I do? It's got flash, strobe, fade, and smooth. I've tried it out, and I'm not sure I could tell you what the difference between fade and smooth is. It's just the transition as it rotates between colors. Flash, I think, just cuts over hard, and I don't remember what strobe does, but it's all scary. All of your modern computer technology. It's the same sort of stuff that my microphone. Well, I'm touching it with my finger now, so I guess it's two knuckles off camera. It has all of the pretty colors and everything built into it, but on Mac you can't program them because they only made that work for Windows because they're jerks. Thank you, Mrs. Jedi, for the hydrate. I've been drinking lots of water today, so I'm finally breaking down and I'm having a little coffee in the coffee monkey. It's a good thing that's a nice long sound effect I found. It gives me lots of time to work into it. Yeah, that's probably what the flash button does. It makes me a shirt ripper. Yeah, no, it's not the jerks at Apple. It's the jerks at who makes this? It's the HyperX something 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 something. I don't know who makes it. It's whoever makes that software decided probably that the I don't. It doesn't make sense to me that they would think their market share wasn't strong on Apple because that's what Apple's thing has always been is the multimedia presentation stuff just like this. So I don't know why they stick to just Windows, but they're jerks for it. But at least without the programming, it does its own slight rotation through colors. You know, can I move this? Yeah, there we go. So you get a little bit of color, and it kind of cycles a little bit, and it's pretty and it's fun to watch. But you can animate it, and make it do fun things if you've got the software. Jerks from HyperX something something. Boom! You've nailed it, Nico. Congratulations. Oh, hey. In honor of this, I should have added something down in the about, and I think I've had this for a couple of streams now, but I keep forgetting to use it live. I've added.
I want my $2.
There you go. One of the best movie clips ever. Very slowly ramping up on some of that stuff. I managed to land for 1.23 in my early prep.
My $2.
There you go. Free sound redeems. I like what Sandwich has done in changing most of his up so that they're just the exclamation commands. I'll probably flip mine over at some point, just for convenience. But at the moment, I'm too lazy. I got too many other things I'm looking into figuring out how to do on my own. And moving a bunch of the sound stuff over to run on my local machine through the Jedi Greeter is kind of where I'm headed. I'm now noticing that all of these parachute people, yeah, they actually go behind the text of the chat, which is a little weird. So let's see, if I roll that down, let me move down here. This way the emotes should bounce over the top of the letters too. I got nothing else to do. Let me change scenes here. This is a preview where we're going to be going to the new map on SnowRunner here momentarily. Yeah, I did the same thing with my chat roll over here too. Let's bump that down. And ooh, hang on, let's go check the. That's so weird. On that scene, it's actually lower than all of the others. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. But at least Parachute is running. Now it should be running in front of the text, so it won't look quite as weird. And hey, everybody, welcome to British Columbia. On stream, it looks like you can only see no America. It's actually North America. Trust me, we're fine there. Apparently, British Columbia has suffered some terrible storms, and the power is out. A bunch of bridges are out, and even the ferry system is out, and for some reason a guy with a truck needs to come and help fix the boats. Don't know what that's all about, but that is where we're headed off today on SnowRunner Season 10, just released yesterday. Pikmin is out, I guess, technically Thursday night, so that will be coming up shortly. Let's see what happens if I play some GTA music over the top here. It's probably a little loud. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's worth experimenting on. I've also got Sirenscape up in the background, so I can play some fun sounds there. Look at that. I've got my Sirenscape logo all ready to go.
Come on in. Sorry the place is a mess.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Oh, you caught me off guard. I was just murdering.
No, not me. That was an accident. I don't know where that sound clip came from. That wasn't me. Am I going to play Pikmin on stream? Definitely. That's probably going to be Saturday's stream. I have not gone back to Metroid Prime yet. I'm torn. I spent 2 hours. That's all I did was try to fight that boss, and I got as far as 2/3 of the way through. I don't know if it's one of those things where I should be going to find like better armor or something and then come back, or if this is just a case of I need to sit there and spend 4 hours just whittling away trying to incrementally improve my poor physical skills until I can finally beat it. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to do Pikmin on Saturday. Thank you very much for the lurk, Mrs. Jedi. Hey, look at that. Streamlabs is actually working. And then it popped in for a visit right afterward. Very nice. Hey, the other thing. But there are a whole bunch of new things. They put in a bunch of patches. But one of the new things that they've added is they finally have cross-platform saves. The Nemesis is here. I got to put my glasses back on now to read all of this. Look for another energy tank or two. Okay, yeah, that would definitely make sense too. I need to go back and watch my VOD, as a matter of fact. Because there are points where I would swear I lose like 6 of those tanks just in a heartbeat. And I don't know if it's actually over time, I'm just so involved in the fight I haven't noticed it, or if it's because I'm stepping in those stupid pools and those are sucking them down fast, or if I get hit by one thing. Oh, good lord. Well, I was playing Pikmin 4 anyway, so now you get a double. I'll play 2 streams. Now that I say that out loud, maybe I'll do a Friday and Saturday stream for it. It is the pools draining me quick. What I was hoping for, because it kind of alluded to it, but I don't know if it was just flowery prose or not, was the idea that you needed to get a better suit to protect you from the radiation. And it sounded like there was a suit option that would give you 100% protection from the radiation. And if there is, that's what I want, because I think that'll make all the difference in that fight. If I've already maxed out, the radiation protection, then I think it's going to come down to, I guess, trying to figure out how to fight more gooder. I played a lot of EA Sports Hockey for quite a long time, and I had a friend I played with a lot, and he always he wanted to be able to coach me in how to really bring up my game, and his words of advice were always just play better. So that's what I need to do, I think, with this boss. I'm gonna guess it's not actually the final boss, but it's probably pretty close to a penultimate one, because there's still the whole collect all the artifacts stuff, and I'm guessing something's going to try to prevent me from actually putting in all of those in together somewhere later on. But I do know that there is still one row of question marks on the suit upgrades, so there's something out there that I can collect. So I think that's where I'm going to go. And so back-to-back Pikmin streams. I am thinking very strongly about going ahead and doing a Friday and a Saturday one. So let's see. A whole bunch of new stuff added here.
My $2.
Yeah. Oh, I love that clip. So, in British Columbia here, there are 2 brand new trucks that are part of the actual Season 10. You have to find those and you repair them, and then they're yours to keep. So we're going to get to those. They've added a brand new giant crane that you can put on the back of your truck that not only has the 4 anchor posts, but they are kind of like an X-Wing, so they have a lot better support for idiots like me that trying to pick up too heavy stuff with the little narrow anchors that let you tip over easily. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting to use that. And then there's the cross-platform save that'll allow me to transfer some of my games between the Switch and my Steam Deck, which should be very cool. Primarily, I'm on my Steam Deck because it's easier to run the mod maps there than it is on the Switch, but it would be nice to take this particular save, which has 100%, well, it had 100% on everything. Now it's got 0% in British Columbia, but 100 everywhere else. copy that over so I can kind of play that one when I'm off on that game. Hey, look at that. I think that may be the first use of the uptime command. I put it on there a long time ago and figured, no, I don't really care because I can look over. Well, if I had the better glasses on, I can look over here and see the countdown timer. But now you know too, especially if you're on mobile. I think it's most helpful if you're on mobile. Who cares about mobile? Signing up for the cross-platform save system, though, which is a third-party system, granted me a bonus skin and a bonus hood ornament in this game, though. That's the important stuff. Let's see, so how do I jump in here? And let's go see what we've got in Duncan Bay, British Columbia. So I'm seeing there's a service hub. Here's my garage, so that's where I'm going to start. And we have, oh my god, there are a lot of watchtowers out here. That is a lot of watchtowers. So that's going to be a bunch of good fun. So yeah, since I'm playing in normal mode in this game, the service hub is probably going to be a point where it'll ask me to take those new trucks that I find for final repair before they then turn around and just give them to me. I won't have a ton of use for it because the garage is right here and I can get repaired for free in either place. Oh, hey, here's our missions. Step 1, short circuit. So that's the story behind this season. Is that a huge storm has come through, knocked out electricity all over the place. I happen to know that Map 2 is a national park. I don't think the electrical problems impact that as much, but I think that's where the ferry crossings are that you have to get repaired. And I noticed one of the regional triumphs is to get boat service going again. That may cross both maps. Oh man, look at me. I'm already set for another hydrate. Oh, the Rockin' Stone.
For Carl.
For Carl. Yeah, even though by this point, everyone who typically hangs out here probably has a ton of those stupid points to redeem on those. They probably make as much sense to go ahead and make them just command redeems. Oh man, we got horns and trucks and Carl and hydration. Oh yeah. Hey. Yeah, he's right. I gotta drive my truck faster. So, okay, so let me go ahead and activate. So it looks like I need some service spare parts delivered to a couple of posts. Those seem delightful. Uncle Fishmore. Consumables for the ferry, humanitarian aid, unfinished business at the plant, stormy water medical. Oh, man, we are changing up the color already. It's a color fight. I got 2 shades of green. Yeah, let's switch back over here where it's a little easier to make these out. Oh, Nika with a 45. So I got that shade. Or I've got... Well, that one's way closer to blue than the button here looks like. Yeah, that and the cyanish one right below it look like they kind of bleed together. So that one's probably your best bet at green there. I wasn't sure if it would do a movie. Oh, yeah, the animated emotes? Yes. And I have noticed a lot of time, especially when I watch them on Miss Silvermoon's stream, you'll have a static version of the first cell of the animation, and then it'll put the actual animated one over the top of it. So you get this weird amalgam that kind of comes down together. And then once it lands at the bottom, it usually sticks with just the static one right there. Like this one. Okay, perfect. Oh, hey, what did I touch? I touched something on screen, so I have a couple of red lines that I don't want in the middle of the display. That takes care of those. Forestry business. Town request. Town request you probably want to deal with. That needs a log loader crane. Why does it want a log loader crane if I'm moving wooden planks? That's too hard for me to figure out right now. Screw that, we're going to the garage. Welcome to Duncan Bay, British Columbia. I'd gotten the impression somewhere along the line that this is supposed to be somewhere to the east of Vancouver, but I don't know how far east you can go and still have a bay, so they may have made a bunch of this up. Creative Canadian geography. Let's see how long this loads. Animated. My bad. I'm not hip with the lingo that the kids use on this platform named Twitch. Yep. Well, you could just haul yourself right on over to Kick, the poor man's version of Twitch. I guess they pay better royalties than Twitch, but everything else about it is... It's literally a case of they got the same original source code that Twitch uses and then just gussied it up so it's kind of green instead of purple that Twitch likes. Even a lot of the error messages are verbatim identical between the two. It seems creepy to me. I wonder if they actually pay some sort of royalty to Amazon/Twitch in order to be using what's quite clearly their code. Welcome to Duncan Bay. So here's the new car with the new well, it's the old car, but with the fancy skin, and check out the horns hood ornament. But first, I have just entered a brand new region. That means it's time to break out the old Scout 800 and let's go have a look around. So I'm starting at a garage. Looks like we got a train station. I have watched a very little bit of some other streamers tooling around here. So I've got only very vague ideas of what stuff to do and what some of the terrain looks like. Oh, hey, there's a good loading crane down there. So now I should have a little bit of visibility in what's going on. So I got a nice big complex here. There's the service hub where I'm supposed to pick up stuff for short circuit. Okay. So yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff hanging out over there. What I want to do is go find at least this first watchtower over here. So I'm gonna guess that this is probably the train line right down here, and it's probably gonna be at the bottom of something terrible and difficult to climb out of. So we're going to go with that first. Headlights on. This vehicle is ineligible for beacons, so I'm afraid that there will be no safety. And let's give it some four-wheel drive to start with, because this car is going to end up needing it. And then we're going to get to the super bouncy mode that's going to make us want to throw up. Oh boy, yep. Definitely at the bottom of a canyon there. I am not... Well... Maybe if I get around that water... No, that looks super complicated. I'm not sure that's going to happen. Kick is doing just as good as they were before shelling out money. Yeah, and actually that's going to be my guess as to where Kick is going to head. It's dirt cheap right now because they've put so little effort into actually, making any of the nice things like Twitch has, so they can afford to pay. I heard someone say that you actually get 90% of a sub rather than Twitch's 50. That seems particularly high to me, and if that's the case, it's got to be just a momentary loss leader, and they are definitely going to end up wanting to turn that back around. So yeah, once they start making it actually competitive in terms of the tooling, I would bet that percentage goes way down. And then it's just like the 45 different streaming services you have to deal with right now. Cable's too expensive for you and you get all that stuff you don't want? Well, just sign up for it all individually at all the same prices. Why are you not turning? Turn better. There you go. Don't actually need four-wheel drive on the pavement. happen to know from experience that in a Scout like this, you do not want it in four-wheel drive on pavement, because those hubs will bind. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. The train goes into the tunnel back there. That's a lot. That's a lot of trees. And I can't get the camera to go high enough, but I'm also thinking there may be a rock wall up higher that even if I fought my way through the trees, I would not be able to climb up that to get to that watchtower. So instead, yeah, it looked like this was blocked, so let's go see what this is going to want. No? Okay, I take it back. Maybe, with all of these stupid rocks, maybe I do need four-wheel drive on the pavement. Landslide on the road. Why, yes. Yes, it is. Rocks have been piling up for quite some time, and just recently, a truck bumped its trailer on the edge of the cliff, sending all those rocks sliding. Will you help us deal with this problem? It's me and SnowRunner. Yes, I would love to help you, just not right now. Accept that. It looks questionable as to whether or not I would be able to hop over that railing. Some of the full-size trucks probably do it without too much difficulty, but I don't know that the poor old Scout here is actually going to make that. At this point, I would end up having to drive back past the garage anyway to go find a different watchtower to go open, so screw it. I'll give it a shot here. If I can happen to get through, great. If I can't, I'll just recover to the garage and save a little bit of driving. It's a little cheesy, but I guess I'm going to count that as my first flip. I knew it was coming, and it was actually even part of the plan, but it's only fair if I go ahead and count that. And, oh, well, here's the... I guess this may be the problem, then. If I don't have anything but that pole to winch to, then this experiment may have been a little shorter than I expected. I don't think this is going the way I was hoping for. No, this is... This is suboptimal, and I can't quite reach the next tree down. And, you know, I'm going to be fair with myself. That's fine. We are just going to do a quick recovery, because this is normal mode. We're going to come back out this side. So I actually need to repair that road before I can get to this up here. But look at that. At least I got close enough to point out that it does have a road going there. So if I can't go out that one, maybe I want to head out toward this service hub. I wonder how passable that is. If I go past the service hub and out to that tower, that might work. And hey, you know what? Screw it. If it's not passable, I can just recover, and I can start this all over again. Oh, I missed this. Right now, it's 95.5, which I'm sure they'll make it 70-30 overtime. Is it really 95%? Wow, that's kind of amazing. But yeah, I have absolutely zero doubt that number will fall precipitously at some point. And maybe if... technically, I haven't even streamed there once, but because Miss Silvermoon was over there and tried to get that going for a little while, a whole bunch of us moved over and we all followed each other. So I literally almost already have enough to be affiliated over there, and I haven't even streamed a single time. So if I wanted to, I could. But honestly, I don't know that I want or care. This feels iffy. This might be a little deep on this side. Yeah, it looks like the other side of that rock is probably preferable. Maybe? Yeah, then screw it. Let's just go see. Fortunately, this is where the super top-heavy Scout earns its keep. That but it's top heavy because I got it sitting up nice and high. That's keeping it out of the deep water. Oh wait, that's a log. Let's go around log. Okay, I'll just fight my way through here. This is a big rock. Make it passable. That looks like, yeah. There's the one of the ferries that's down. Now, I'm gonna end up with being really emotionally torn with these ferries because you actually have to pay cash to take the ferry ride, even when you're in normal mode here. Things like gas are free. Ferry ride is not going to be. My snorkel sits up high. I think I can actually make this. And then, oh yeah, this is one of the other new items for this season, is there are now gateways that lead to just other gateways on the same map instead of taking you between maps. I'm guessing that's the whole point of the ferries. I don't know if those are actually same map tunnels or if that's just the way that they chose to go with the ferry. Oops. Hang on just a second here. I think I'm floating with the current just a little bit more than I'd intended to. Okay, go for it, baby! Got my winch hooked up just in case, but I think it's doing it. Let go of that winch. Kudos clap to you, Scout. Let me get out of my face here. Man, it actually made it through a water hazard without totally giving up on everything. Let me, if I can avoid rolling down this hill sideways, let's go check out. Oh nope, I got rolled. I got rolled, which is a shame because it happened just because of a weird bounce in the terrain, not because I was inherently leaning it too far. Okay, what's going on here? What do we have? Why is this? Let's line you. Line me up that way. Then I can winch this way. There we go. On tires, dig in. Keep digging. Keep digging. There you go. I'm going to drive through the exact same spot and expect something different. Okay, that's it. That little curb berm there was something super high. This passage seems to be blocked for now. Oh, and that's it. Okay. I guess it must have been explicitly tied to one of the contracts and not a task that I could grab. That's fine. I don't want to have to pay you. I think it's $750 to cross the water too. That's messed up, Jack. And my goal to find a way to get around all that stuff. Ooh, I love that this microphone has a tap to mute. It's a lot easier to get to than the cough button on my Stream Deck. Oh, hey, look at that. Service and vehicle spare parts are both here, which is what we'll need for the short circuit. I may bring over the bull vehicle to deal with that. Oh yeah, okay. Now we got a little more definition on what's going on over here. Oh hey, look at that! We got a white Western Star just hanging out. If it's got the flatbed, maybe I'll just go ahead and let it start carting around some of these extra parts. Okay, there's the tower. way up top with an observatory. Let's see, here's an area and a generator. What kind of area is it? Tell me what kind of area. New objective. Backup source. Power supply in the city gets interrupted all the time. We need a backup generator. Bring it to us, and we will reward you handsomely. Gonna accept that. Let's see where it wants to go. Is it somewhere handy? So far, no. Oh, wow, it's way over there. Nah, screw that. Let me go ahead and start tracking this one again. Oh, hey, the posts are way over there. Eh, that's not so helpful from here. That's fine. We still have exploring to do. Got a lot of exploring to do. 'Cause these maps are huge. When we get to Season 12, that's going to be another one of the big expansions. It has 4 maps. They're probably all 4 square kilometers as well. This has the aroma of the building I'll be able to steal parts from. Maybe? Ooh, hey. No part stealing over here, but they do have a porta potty. That's handy. Or honey bucket, I guess, if you want to be... Is that less vulgar? I don't know. I don't care. I could make up some really vulgar stuff if I wanted to, but I'm going to avoid that because I forgot to mark myself as an 18+ channel. That's absolutely not enforced in any way, shape, or form, but people seem to like to do. Avoid the stump, crush some trees. It's all good enough for me. More construction that I can't steal from. Normally when you're in Canada, you could steal steel beams and wooden planks and even bricks from these houses that are under construction. Because apparently that's the law of the land in Canada. I think I worked that way in Wisconsin too, because it's close to Canada. Chug our way up this hill, and would you look at that? It's a game of SnowRunner, and it's getting dark. My understanding is that the Mastodon truck actually had a patch in this release that made its light sources work a little bit better. So that would come in handy. The Dairy Special, the big firefighting truck from Season 9, had the best lighting. It had rock lights all the way around its extended body. So you could see everything, at least in the immediate vicinity around you. So it was great for driving through this kind of crap in the dark. Unfortunately, the rest of the truck never really seemed to work terribly well for me. This looks like a rocky base, so let's cross our fingers and off we go. Ooh. Ooh, there's a big hole. Full-time diff lock. There, we're coming a little loose. Oh, wow, I might actually have to winch myself out of that 12-foot deep hole in the middle of this little puddle. There's another one. Lots of extra fuel on top. Got extra repair points just in case I need those. That's pretty much an in the event of fuel tank rupture. I believe I carry at least one spare tire. Yeah, there's one on the roof. I think there's also one in the bed of the truck. My Scout 2 carried this spare tire tucked just inside the rear door. So it was an inside the vehicle thing. And look at that. Little bit of a bummer that it may be dark by the time I get to fire off my panoramic view. It's always important that the scout is the first one to complete a task on any new map for me. Oh, this is kind of goopy. Let me slow that wheel spin down for this stuff. Oh, here we go. See, they're backed by some big online casino company. I didn't know that, but I knew that. That is their number one category, is the casino stuff. And it's all weird crap. It looks like they've got their own shills that run their gambling stuff for them. So, yeah, they don't mind Kick being a loss leader. Well, yeah, because that is probably true. They can probably make all of their money back on any subs that they could probably give you 100% of them. And then hope that while you're there, you fall into doing some of the gambling. Stop the engine. Let's take a look around. There's just enough light left. This works. Storing communications. Oh, what else do we have going on up here now? Oh, hey, there's a big chunk of space opened up. That looks nice. There are a lot of broken bridges. They were not kidding about that. There's a lot of power poles down, and there's a lot of bridges out. So it looks like that one's going to have to be fixed before I can get over to that tower. That one looks intact, as does that one. There's a sawmill. It's got a bridge that's out. Probably going to want... Oh, yeah, you're definitely going to want that to get logs down to the sawmill. Maybe that's why that mission says, hey, you probably want a log carrier for this one. Even though it was for wooden planks. There are probably no wooden planks sitting on the map anywhere. I bet you have to go to the log station, take the logs to the sawmill, and then craft your own. What else have we got? That bridge looks like it's intact, and that has... okay, that's just a rock wall. That looks like it's designed for climbing all the way around. I bet there's probably going to be some stupid contest. It's going to make you drive this stupid rock loop at high speed. It's going to frustrate me to no end, so that one's not going to happen now. Well, that plus I don't actually know where that kind of contest would be. Here's a contest. Data for the observatory. The observatory need massive weather data, so give them our HDD, our hard disk drive, as soon as possible. Deliver to the observatory. So I guess what, I need to start there, and then I got to drive somewhere else to pick it up, and then drive it back? I don't know. What I do know is that the Scout 800 is not the vehicle to do any contest in. The instant you combine this thing with any level of speed, and floop, it's going to turtle. So, can I don't know what side of the river that is on. I'm going to put my money it's on the other side, though. Oh, hey, there's a gas station. That's good to know early on. Oh, I was very close to it, too. Just didn't make it there. I knew about that. What's this here? Oh, okay, that's a drop-off point. I don't want the data for the observatory. Landslide and... backup source. Okay, backup source was taken this trader. Got it. Okay, don't need those. Those are scary right now. I'm thinking we're looking good for starting to repair some of these roads instead. Yeah, because if I can repair this road, I should be able to get up to that tower. That'll be a good next step. Because I think at this point, I'm going to need to be repairing some stuff, unless maybe I can get to that one. Okay, we're going to give that a quick shot here. Because if everything stays repaired along that route, then I should be able... might be able to get to that tower over there. And then I can just recover this back to the garage so it's closer to the road that I need to repair. And I can break out the old Fleet Star with its custom paint job and have it go repair that rock slide. Repair the rock slide? Remove the rock slide? I don't know. Whatever the technical term is. I'm not a rock man. Oh yeah, that's right. This was nasty sloppy, and I probably wanted to stay to one side or the other, but it's too late now because I'm in the middle of it. It's how I roll. So this slows down progress a little bit. So in terms of streaming this game, if I'm sticking to just Wednesdays, I think Season 9, I only got 2 streams out of it because I hit it pretty hard in between streams and hammered stuff out. I believe it was the Dawn region. I did start to finish in 3 days. So at that point, I would stream this on Wednesday and some Saturdays. So I did it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I just skipped completely over that map between streams. This one I think is going to go... This one's going to go longer, and it's going to go longer than Season 9 did. Which is nice. So I think this one's going to have a lot more of driving cargoes around and some more of the crafting elements. So you get to drive one piece of cargo around 3 different times in order to complete a task with it. Which is fine, as long as you're not doing Krokodilsk, where you're driving it all the way across the contorted versions of 3, sequential maps. Back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. Go see what lies out this roadway. Even if I can't get to that farthest tower, because maybe it's back on this current side of the river and I just have to do the long way around that logging camp. At least coming out here will expose chunks of the map so I can see what's going on over here. And nice and slow because that is very slanted. Ooh, hey, slow down here, Bubba, slow down. Nope, it could not slow down. Wow, I knew well in advance that that was coming, and I could just hear those brakes screeching along the dirt. And you know, it's worth a try. Didn't think you'd really be able to. I'm picking up the rolls, which normally I expect in this scout, but I feel like I'm kind of cheated on at least a couple of these. The one on the boat ramp was kind of ticky-tack. I think that was more due to the fact that it had a weird geometry to the curb that I was trying to just casually pop over. This one, I don't remember having that kind of a braking issue before. I don't know, maybe they added a new terrain type. Loose scree, as it were. But hey, it's SnowRunner. I'll take whatever it needs to give me. Especially with the autonomous winch. This wasn't too big a problem. Definitely doesn't like to turn with these particular tires. Well, okay, so that's interesting. This big, wide river narrows down to this tiny little piece here. which means any water in there is going to be moving at crazy high speed to maintain all of this. I'm not seeing sign of any tasks or anything, so I guess I'll just keep driving here. Figure eventually I'll either hit a little side road that's going to lead me up to that tower, or I'm going to run into a bridge that needs repair. Well, this looks passable. That looks like a fuel tanker. I like that. Four-wheel back on. That is apparently going to be a mission tanker. Okay, let's flip around the farm then, see what it's got. Oof. It's only 3 points of damage, but it's an oof nonetheless. Crush my way around there. Gentle coming through these ruts, as I do remain very top-heavy. Oops, I didn't mean to turn that hard, I just wanted the camera to pivot. Consumables! And no limit on those. Good. I don't know... Hey, that's... This is so dumb. That's a new rock texture. I haven't seen that before. It does look like a dino turd from Jurassic Park, though. So I have heard some people mention that there's some of the towns that are currently cut off either because of the bum bridges or the boats or the electricity being out that want lots of consumables. So, and keep all that in mind. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just keep driving out this way. Maybe I can get to that tower instead. Maybe I'll find a side road that'll take me up on top of the hill to my right. Just for my own sanity, I'm going to go ahead and leave it in four-wheel drive. This game typically only models differential lockers getting bound when you're on pavement with them. So this one's always on, so I don't have to worry about that at least. So there's the observatory. Mateo Point. Okay. Aha, I see side road up there. Where's this one? So let's go hit this side road. Oop, if I can get the controller replaced where I like it. That's where the map currently ends. Off we go. Oh, we are running low on fuel. Let me deal with that right now. Blip, 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 blip. I have more than 2 full tanks worth up on my roof. So I can do lots of exploring with this car. And so it tells me that there's road over here somewhere. Ah, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and explore with this one for right now. As soon as the sun comes back up, though, I'm going to go grab that Fleet Star so I can show off the custom skin. I'm really pulling to the left. Now I'm drifting to the right. I feel like a Steve Miller song. I've now passed where the old map limit was. I'm going to go ahead and finish climbing this hill. Set the brake. Oh, yeah, okay. This definitely looks like it's heading me back toward where I wants to be. I would bet that's not going to be a straight shot. once I kind of finish the exploration with this scout, I would probably take it back to the garage and park it out on watch duty and kind of let it hang out for a while. And maybe switch over and bring out the Tatterin to do some scouting for a while. The one thing that I did pick up in my Pine Valley mod map playthrough is that there are quite a few of these scouts that are incapable of towing scout trailers at all. Unfortunately, the scout here can do that. Tatterin cannot. The Rezvani cannot. I think the Yar? The Yar is another really good scouting vehicle, but doesn't support towing trailers. I think that's the developer's game balance intention there. If you make the scouting vehicle really good at scouting, then you kind of have to gimp it for delivering cargoes and such. I got too busy chatting and forgot to pay attention. I think I actually have to roll myself down the hill a little bit here in order to get flipped over. Let's try that one. Yeah, there we go. This poor truck loves to roll, but it's really good about getting itself flipped back upright. Except when you manage to strand yourself in a tree/pole desert. Let me downshift here. Try to avoid some of the rocking back and forth you get when you gas it too hard. Like that, we got us a tower. Is there water up there? Well, there's a lot of water up here. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff where I really don't want to roll it now. Sometimes they put, or basically, saved it, invisible winch points in the rock facing of the cliff. It does look like there's a couple of logs lying in the water that might be winchable as well. So the camera is stuck on the cliff, so we can't get off of that. Got the really good mud tires on this one. I think it'll be able to pull itself on through. Far enough away from the cliff. What I don't want is to get caught up in the current there and then thrown over the edge. That would just be pure embarrassment. Get a little closer to some of these trees before you get too carried away. I think we're safe-ish now. Woo! Watchtower! Let's give us some fireworks with this one. 2 towers with the scout. Ooh, yeah. Okay, we got all kinds of good stuff open up. Oh, hey, look at that. This did loop around that way. Ooh! Is it a good horn? Is it a good horn? It's an okay horn. That's a good one. I'll take it. Ooh! Ooh, there's an upgrade. Upgrades are good. I'm assuming that any upgrade we're going to find on this map is going to apply just to the new trucks, but sometimes they make them backwards compatible with the older stuff. Sawmill Bridge. I see. Yeah, okay, so that's back in the original one. That's all fine. Swing back over here. No, as long as I got the fuel. As long as I don't turn myself upside down, I should go ahead and head back this way and see if I can grab some more of those towers. That is the strategy that has served me well in SnowRunner. Step 1, open all the watchtowers. Step 2, repair all of the infrastructure. Broken bridges, landslides, whatever other stuff they've made up, so that the roads are all open. Then start working on the local tasks for the first map. And the local contracts for the first map. Usually by then, I'll have flipped over and start doing the same on the second map. Watchtowers first, infrastructure, and all of the others. And then, kind of toward the last, start saving the multi-map journeys for the end. Because by then, you've got everything pretty well opened up. You got most of the routes all mapped out. You know which ones are the good shortcuts and which ones are the total SnowRunner traps. And when you're stuck doing those really long deliveries, you have a much better chance of success, and you can do them a lot faster. There we go, hippity hop. Super Bunny Man, the Automotive Edition. Out of the river. Originally that was a combination between river and water. I couldn't decide which it was. Got confused because it's technically both. And so just threw out there whichever syllables came first. I'm honored that my nemesis has found time. I'm assuming you're still at work anyway. It doesn't matter whether you work late shift or not. I'm assuming that you're already there right now. I'm glad you found some time to pop by for a visit. Where does this go? Oh, that goes somewhere inappropriate. Don't go down there. Mrs. Jedi even had time to pop in today, and her classes. I think she's in her last full traditional class right now. After this, it starts going to stuff all related around internship, which is its own pile of insanity, but this is the last kind of traditional class. So she has all of the traditional projects and papers and discussion posts and all of that stuff to work on. So she has been pretty hammered all day, every day. And I mean hammered by work, not hammered the good way. She was kind enough to find some time to pop in today. Oop, okay, downshift, coming downhill. Okay, that was getting a little slidey coming downhill, too. Maybe that's just because I haven't driven the Scout as much on a bunch of these later maps as I had earlier on. Maybe I've just forgotten that it's even more squirrely than I remember. I know these tires should be particularly difficult to deal with on pavement. They're really slick on pavement. Doing all the driving in dirt that they're doing, I expect them to have a little better grip. They are doing nicely in the muds. Where do we go from here? It looks like this way is the paved side. Finger quotes. Yeah, this way, once upon a time, was paved at least. So we're going to go ahead and open up with that one. This probably has the higher likelihood of running into a downed bridge. Okay, I got slowed down before the big divots this time. Yay me. Oh, hey, I bet this is our access way to the other map. It was something National Park. Show details. This passage seems to be blocked for now. Okay. That means it's contract-based and not task-based. So, we'll get there. I've only even activated the one contract so far. The road very quickly disimproves over this way. In fact, it may just stop right here. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the road right there. Which is fair enough. Let's hop back over to here. It almost feels like there could be something that branches off, so I'm going to leave that as my final waypoint for right now. Oh, yeah. We got some sunlight. Let me go fire up the Fleet Star with its fancy new ornamentation. Let me get the Scout parked in a reasonably safe spot. We'll get the new pretty truck. Yeah, it's the Fleet Star, so it was awesome in Michigan a year and a half ago. Or I guess if you played from day one, it would be 3 years ago now. Don't know that that's necessarily a permanent keeper for me. Stop engine. Lots of task givers. Back to the garage. We're going to storage. Let's go ahead and bust this bad boy out. I've already maxed him out on everything. Look at that mammoth. It is so cool. And then, even though mammoths have very different tusks, I still have the horns on. Beacons. Honk. Honk. Got nice big suspension, nice big tires. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. What does landslide on the road want? Concrete slab and service spare parts. Let's see. Can I get both of them at the service hub? Well, that would be nice. I don't know that I can. No, I can only get the service spare parts. Hang on here. Let me find out where am I want to do a complete 180. Take off. Back up through that zone. I'm going to leave the waypoints for the Scout just sitting over there for right now. Alright, we're rolling. We're gonna do a truck partial mission at least here. Just so I can say it got done. Okay, this one diff lock you have to be in low gear, but at least it has it. Start with the all-wheel. If the Scout can make it through here, any of the larger trucks can do it too. I'm going to go to downshift just so I can get the diff lock activated. That'll help with some of these rocks in the water. Bumbly. I do have the snorkel on here just in case this gets a little deep. That barely even came up to the fender well. That's fine. This will bind the diff. So I've got to undo that. And I'm in normal mode, so I don't have to mess around with manually loading. Service spare parts. Kabam. So now that I've got that on board, do I even have... I don't see any sign of concrete slabs here. There may be something that I am going to have to repair in order to make those available. That's a push number. And do the all-wheel. I don't need do want to go ahead and run down and make sure that the gas station is live. Got added to my map, but I haven't actually been there yet. Let's take a quick look in case anything else is just lurking off to the sides. Doesn't look like it. Fuel station. Fuel is free. Camera keeps on pulling up on stuff. Ooh, there's a bridge repair job. Okay, I'm gonna go activate the bridge repair job. That's kind of important to go ahead and at least get those known. Oh, there you go. Knock that mailbox down with the horn. Scare the birds. Goodbye. What does that sign know that I don't? This almost has the feel of an island where you'd find an upgrade. I may poke my nose down that side path right there, just in case. South City Bridge. One of the ferries could barely fit in these cracks, and it managed to crash its roof against the bridge. Oops. We've estimated the damage, and it needs repairing. We'll pay you for your work. Damn right you will. What are the details? It just needs straight up wooden planks, which I will need to get to the sawmill, which is going to mean repairing the sawmill bridge. Okie dokie. That one can be a comeback for that one later kind of deal. Go ahead and get that one accepted at least. Just a touch of camera wonk. Okay, now. Try not to hook that rock too hard. Peek over here. Oh, hey, look at that. This actually goes over to a little island on a house on an island. Oh, there's a bridge. This is called scouting with a non-scout vehicle. Seem like the sort of place that is either hiding an upgrade or it's going to be the delivery point for some weirdly arbitrary mission later. Turn this around though. This is where you hide things. I don't see anything but a boat. Boat ain't gonna help me. Definitely not getting across that. Okay, well, it was for science and for Carl. There it is. Going back off the hill. Oh, I've never done that before. For Carl! For Rock and Stone. It sounds hopeful for Sandwich's machine to be back up and ready, or ready for streaming again. It would be good to get in on some more of that multiplayer Rock and Stone. Oops! Don't drive into the river. Drive over the river. There we go. It's right up there with backing off the cliff. Back through town. No. That tiny little tree branch could not do that to me. Almost did that to me. Those murder branches. Throwing out the auto winch would only... Hey, welcome! I'm back to town. The auto winch would have only done something irreparable to that whole situation there. Okay, topped up on fuel again. Let's head back over this way. I'm going to go ahead and get these service spare parts delivered. Then I may want to start looking at what some of these actual contracts are. Ooh, hey, there's a full-size truck over there. I don't remember bumping into that one earlier. Oh, yeah, I do. I saw it on the map. I just didn't actually drive over there next to it. There it is. Yeah, it's a white Western Star, and it has absolutely nothing on the frame, so it is a useless vehicle right now. Except for towing. I guess I could tow some stuff. But that's close enough to useless for right now, but I'm not going to lie. So, this is one of the ferries that I would definitely never want to pay the $750 for. Because I can, in theory, just drive around it over here. We're going to see how well this theory holds up, I guess. It looks like I'm having to fight just to touch a current. Maybe some rocks under the water level. I'm busy churning away, and we aren't moving here, so there must be, yeah, ooh, wow, yeah, there is something enormous under the water over here. Don't know what it's winched onto. It seemed to do a good job, at least, but I have no idea what it was connected to. Whatever this rapid stuff is right here, it means business coming this direction. And we are back to not turning. That one I know was a big rock as a result of not turning. Locked back in. You just take your 3 points of damage. I'm fine with it. That's worth the trade-off. It is a new season of SnowRunner, so we have a new season of casual background music. This one may not be coming through very loudly, but I kind of like it. It's a nice, casual, kind of bucolic string thing happening in the background there. It's very soothing. The sort of thing SnowRunner sometimes requires. One more water crossing, and then we will go back to normal automatic gear. Disengage the diff light. Ooh, smoker! We're all having barbecue after shift today. Hard turn, hard turn. Ooh, thought I was going to have to throw out the winch to slingshot me around. Which is funny because that's been a viable tactic in this game a couple of times for me. Once in a race and once on a way too narrow road. But with one of those invisible hidden winch points in the cliff face. Actually try to rocket by and slingshot over. Cargo management. There's your spare parts. So now, does it show me anything with a slab? Show me slab! Nope, nothing. So I am going to postulate That may be one of the... This looks like a building that would provide some stuff. So... Oh, is that where you actually get the mission from? I missed it. It's just like me. Backup source. Those... Nope, okay, I've got backup source. That one actually activated, so crap, I needed to touch that one. Although, wait a minute. Yes! This useless truck is fueled up and drivable, which means I can use it to run over and check out what this task is and get it activated. City Central. This looks like the sort of place that would have concrete slabs once you had satisfied its opening requirement. Like at that loading platform right over there. Restoring communication. We have a special request for you, container delivery. It holds lots of iron for our weather station. Bring us the container and we'll pay you for delivery. Accept. Start tracking just to see where it is. Oh, okay, they want it delivered at the top of the mountain. It's quite a ways up there. And it comes from this factory way over here. The factory might also be a place that offers cement. I'm very tempted by this upgrade here. That must drive across. Oh, if it drives across and hooks up to that. I wonder if I can go scouting in this White Western Star. I don't need the fuel station. I actually don't... I don't need those waypoints for the scout, because that's pretty obvious where that's going to need to go. Since I would just be looking at recovering this White Western Star anyway... Let's see if it's capable of reaching this upgrade. And if it can reach that upgrade, then we're going to see if it can go on around and get that the watchtower out there on the far side. Oh, that is another mission-specific fuel truck. They definitely won't be driving fuel. Oh, that's a good horn. Uh-oh. A case of not green. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There's blue? I don't know. Not green does seem like a fair selection, and if that's the case, then I guess I get to pick the color, but if you've got a different color in mind, you let me know. Blue works. Perfect. We're in. I do notice that this truck has no diff locks, no all-wheel drive, probably crappy tires. I can't tell if these are highway tires. They might be a little bit better than a highway tire. They might be an all-terrain tire. I've been able to get this far with them already. Sometimes that's honestly more than I actually expect. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest. It's raining. Even though it doesn't do that from July through September here, I've noticed. I bet it's got the minimal winch, but at least it's going to be some kind of a winch. That might help me pulling this hill here. Suck green. Depending on the various elements of this, yep, okay, let's not get Tay involved in this conversation at least. Ooh, hey, there's something over there I can reach, if I can get the cursor to go far enough. Oops, well, okay, so that was the end of that. winch from the back. So this will get me over these rocks. The clearance is not good on this thing. But we might be there. Tear down all of these little trees that do nothing but get in the way anyway. Ooh, no, wow, that one actually held out. Get the winch in. All you have to pull is the base weight of the vehicle. Not towing anything, we don't have any cargo. Oops. Nope. There we go. I'm caught on a plant at the moment. This is a slow go. So there's all these logs and things in the middle of the street, but for some reason it's not letting me winch to any of them. Oh, there we go. It might have been ever so slightly hooked up on something. Now that's clear. Hey, we're moving again. Okay. Some green jello. Now that has some possibility to it. And Streamlabs, thanks for the visit. Okay, throw that nose over. We got to be on the other side. Yeah, just far enough. Because it doesn't look like there's anything on this outside edge to winch to. So we're going to need it to happen from the inside edge. Back again. I had to let my thumb off the winch button for a moment there. This is a great big rock. I would like to drive past now. Well, it got me started. Winching from the front. Is that a viable winch point? It's kind of viable. There we go. Kind of. That. There. Ah, now we're moving forward. So past that tree. Definitely the wrong vehicle for this particular job, but I'm not even getting close. Let's see. Yeah, well, I can reach over there still. Now I got some momentum. Highly questionable, but we're going to try it anyway. Wow, those front wheels just dug in. Let's see. That tree. Really nice if it would honor my steering just a little bit to go around this rock. But, okay, that's fine. I'll take this. At least I managed to somehow get over it. This one on the far side. Now let's go from the back end to this tree. We are just going to do whatever we can to science this truck. Oops. Probably need to pull that front end over. So it's going to need some serious help getting up that rock with no front wheel drive. Kind of something. I don't know exactly what we are, but we're kind of it. Is there anything more forward now? No, we're starting to run out of winch options. Let's see if I grab it from the back. Go against that far tree. His nose pointed a little farther uphill. Might end up being something up here I can grab onto. Yeah. Oh, not that one. How about this one? Okay, this one works. When we get past this nasty batch of rocks right here, I think the rest of the road I'll probably still have to semi-continuously winch, but at least it'll just be mud and not having to circumnavigate on these boulders. Oh, hey, we have a little bit of velocity. Oh, and then I fell into the rocks, and that's probably going to be a kiss of death here. Ooh, got to take out the trash. There is a party move. Let's go mid-body. Nope. These crappy little trees that can't take the weight of a truck. There we go. Out of the rut, and we're moving. I think I'm ever so lightly high-centered, but we're just going to say that that's okay. Wiggle that front wheel around that big rock. Yeah, this is the one I want to come up to here. Nose up this way. Be really careful with some of these trees. That tree's a big one, but so far it's holding. I think it did stop holding. Yes, it did stop. It did well for a little while, at least. Let's do a winch from the rear again. There we go. Give us a pull. Progress. It's not much, but it is progress. Okay, that actually looked almost okay briefly. Set the brake, see how far ahead I can winch. I'm gonna winch on the left. There we go. Okay, now we're moving again. push the camera far enough away, Auto Winch kind of pays attention to what maybe it thinks we actually want it to do. Pushed almost an entire... Well, I think we pushed more than an entire truck length under its own power. This is on the Switch. I can't quite make out whether this is more muddy stuff or if it actually gets kind of rocky. Rocky would be good right about now. Rocky I should be able to drive on. Betting that's not going to be the case, though. That's better grip than I've gotten most of the rest of this trail. Bring the nose over. Need to go high side, I can. Oh, that's better for that hold. I've only used 70 liters of fuel. That's the benefit of not having the all-wheel drive. It's more fuel efficient. Let's do this instead. There we go. I'm pushing a boulder ahead of me. Oh, I still gotta get around 2 more corners and then across a bridge. Okay. Challenge remains accepted. It's not actually where I wanted it to go, but I guess it's close enough. Bit of dry, and it's getting just dark enough that I can't quite tell whether that's really water that I'm facing here or not. It's just kind of a ditch. Yeah, my little green indicators for a change have actually seem to have been staying green this stream. That's a nice bonus. Everything's just on this side still. So let's do another rear winch. How is it that I'm completely disappearing down here? I'm gonna guess you actually were supposed to go up and over the big rock. I just didn't have enough trees to get to. Keep going, cursor change. Oh, there it is. Crap, managed to get it there, and then it broke. Choose you, Pikachu. No, instantly broken. Perfect. That is a solid tree. That one is not going anywhere. Oh wow, was excited there for a moment that we might actually just push our way right on up that hill. Get some light assistance here. A little more light assistance. I really want there's to which forward to that big fat tree. Big fat tree knows what I want. Lordy, lordy, we're going downhill. What is it that we are stuck on that is preventing us from going forward? Back here. Not the super optimal route. Yeah, it's hooked on something. Pulling it this way seems to have dislodged us. I'm finally out of the mud over here on the grass. I can go. The upgrade is ahead. Stay grassy side. Bazinga! Giving myself some fireworks for that one, too. Road Legend, the MCV8 13.0T. What is it good for? It is good for one of the two new trucks, the Mack Defense N917. Mack and Kenworth are the two new trucks. The two models and the two new trucks available here. So we are claiming that. At this point, it seems like it would be too painful to continue to push this all the way around over there. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and let that sit as is. I'll leave it sitting here just in case I feel like changing my mind later on about it. But for right now, way better headlights than that truck. We're going to go back over to the Scout. Let's go see what else lies up this little hill here. Get back to some proper scouting. Oops. I knew that big bounce was coming. Actually managed to turn into the groove there. Kept it from knocking me sideways. There's definitely something going on up here. Yep, just a big rock in the roadway, I guess. Okay, fair enough. Oh, hey, there is a great big tower. That's probably going to have some sort of repair work required. Let's come on down to the next water feature over here. Ooh, tiny bits of damage. Not even worth roofing over. I take my roof back. Okay, so the road, as it were, comes straight on across. On the other side, you make that little bit of a turn. Let's see if we got any other good stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, that confirms that was the gateway to the other map. hey, this has a once upon a time log road here. Which is usually harder on the vehicle than just driving around it. Hey, KDP's back. Welcome. So how did the trash go? Got any good stinky ones out on the curb? For clarification, for the record, I do not want to know what the stinky ones are, just whether or not you've had it. Be careful with your bouncing, son. You can never pass up a good Tay joke. Well, I want to say I have no idea what Tay did to deserve this, but I've heard stories. Okay, there we go. I've remembered to let go of the gas trigger. Things got a little bit safer. Oh my god, I might actually be able to get to another tower over here. Somewhat accidental, but I'll take it. Taylor. That works on so many levels. Ooh, can I get through the death branch? Oh my god, that one actually let me through. So I didn't have to go swimming. I'm getting low on fuel, but I think I've got at least 80 liters still to go, so I shouldn't have any problem getting to this tower. Might even be able to continue adventuring a little beyond it. Oh, hey, I actually finally managed to get some purchase there. That big rock. I tell you what, I'm actually going to use my reverse gear here. He's not turning fast enough, and eventually I'm going to end up climbing a tree, and that usually ends in sorrow. Screw that little tree. I'm going through this little dip. And bazinga. Ooh, let's have some lukewarm coffee to celebrate. That might look better in the daytime. I'll never know. I don't think I found anything. Ooh, I didn't unlock anything new, but I do see trailers. And the Scout fuel trailer that will be perfect for my Scout. Ooh, and with that, it looks like I can just hop right on over to that other watchtower. Okay. I can get things done. Let's go ahead and set this up. I get the XP for discovering that trailer, even though I already see it here. And then we're going to hop over this way. What's those? I can't tell if that's like a hay bale or a rock or some sort of vehicle in the way, but there we go. We're going to plot that out. Step 14B, refuel. I have 76 liters left on the roof rack. So now I've got 8 left on the roof. It sounded a little rough to start, you know, like a real Scout. One of the streamers that I was watching a part of today, technically I guess he's a YouTuber rather than a streamer, he was absolutely convinced that they have mixed in some new cargo clanking around sounds. He was driving around wooden planks and metal beams and the concrete slabs at various points. And he insists that there were some new noises mixed in with those. I didn't really hear them that way, but I am interested once I actually get back to the point of doing cargo runs here. And paying really close attention to that. Trying to stay away from the extra water down there. Just because I can. That's a tree. Avoid water, hit trees. That's my new motto. Not sure if I want bumper stickers or t-shirts with that, but I can't have both because that's just greedy. Small logging operations zone there. Oh no, I took my hands off the steering wheel to scratch my nose. This water's not going to be so avoidable. Sure. Actually, I guess it could have been, but it's too late now. I just hope it's not 9 feet deep. That's pretty deep. This is the kind of deep where everyone's going to have to wring out their socks when we get to the other side. But I got a snorkel on, so we're good. Truck don't care. Yeah, that raised suspension and the great big mud tires. They make this a pretty good scouting vehicle. Trailer discovered. It's all of that fuel that I got balanced up top that really makes it super tippy. I'm questioning whether I should bring this along, but you know what? I'm going to. Refuel. I'll go and top up my tank, and I'll top up my roof supply while I'm at it. And there we go. Now we're like a real life family off on a trip. As a real life family, I have never taken a trip with this much extra gas on board. It seems like this would be dangerous. We're slow chugging it, but we're getting there still. Stupid miserable mud with these giant rocks in the middle. Wet socks was yesterday at work. Ooh, two co-workers are always the lucky ones that go to lunch and come back, in a downpour. I worked at a client site once that was just up the street. There's a really good Mexican place. The best burrito. They're actually one of the best breakfast burritos I've had in the area here. There's also a Starbucks because, you know, it's me. What else did they have? A bagel place and Panda. There's all kinds of good stuff down there. So one day I decided, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to just walk on down for lunch rather than driving 2 blocks because I'm progressive. Look at me. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest. And it was raining pretty hard, but I figured, yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not that bad. But I got about halfway there and discovered that it was raining hard enough that there were flash floods down the sidewalk that I was trying to walk on. And for the most part, it was actually safer to walk on the lawns on either side. Until I got to the one spot in the lawn that was particularly loamy, even on a good day, and my foot disappeared into the grass and down into the muck. And when I fished it back out, it no longer had a shoe. So I ended up having to get down on my knees on the sidewalk. So, you know, the water's splashing up over my ass. And I dug the shoe out of the mud. And fortunately, there was enough running water that I was able to kind of wash off the shoe for the most part. But yeah, I was beyond soaked. I just figured, well, you know, screw it. I'm just gonna go on. I'm gonna go on down and have lunch. Nothing I got here with me at work is gonna fix anything. So I'm just going. We'll see how lunch does, and then by the time I got back, my pants had mostly dried out at that point. The socks were a lost cause, and the shoes were completely soaked through as well. But I was able to kind of hide my de-shoed feet under the table. I did I did run into the bathroom real quick to literally wring out my socks, but then I put them back on because I didn't want to freak people out or satisfy any fetishists in the building. But yeah, that was a gross day. I learned many lessons that day. I think the number one lesson I learned is it's totally worth driving 2 blocks, because I did grow up in California, so it's kind of in my nature anyway. Get your food for free because you think you're a homeless person. You know what? I could probably have worked that angle if I had thought to. You know what? I'm just going to crush these stupid little trees over here. Take a shortcut. Boom! Look at me. Super efficient. Let's do some downshifting. We got some nasty lean. Oop. That's more than just nasty now. Boop. Number 5. Are any of you... That one's probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it. Well, I'll be. It did work. So yeah, doing this in the dark, it's kind of hard to tell exactly where all of these really hard leans are. But I got the autonomous winch, so I can fix myself still. And it's not like that first day on Pine Valley where I rolled this truck 10 times because everything on there is just so insanely steep. And then set my roll record because every other vehicle was on everything insanely steep. Time to snow runner to work. Will you enjoy your work? I promise for the moment not to tell Sandwich what you're doing, but if today's the day that Sandwich fires that rig back up to see if it's actually going to work, and he comes asking, I'm not going to lie for you. I'll lie through omission, but I'm not gonna bald-face lie. So if he asks if you're at work, I'm going to be forced to tell him the truth, and there will probably be repercussions. And the observation tower. I'm going to observe every damn one of these at night. Ooh, pretty city lights over there at least. Another upgrade. Stop engine. Where's my... Ooh, the other upgrade is straight across. What's this? Ooh, and there's a warehouse. Does the warehouse have stuff? Vehicle spare parts. I am now glad that I grabbed the extra fuel trailer, because now that I'm over here, there is a lot of stuff I can go visit. So I don't need those spare parts. Let's see. Let me work my way down. I think I may run over here and grab the upgrade. This is going to take me a handful of minutes to get to, especially in the Tippy McTipperson that I'm driving. But this may be where I go ahead and call it for the evening once I've claimed this upgrade. After I've claimed this upgrade and I've driven this much farther to see what the hell is going on over here with these things. They look like rocks, but they're kind of flat, but they look like they've got arrows. Maybe we're going to play a little Sonic, and they're going to be speed boosters or something. That would be really weird. If anything, that would have belonged in the Season 7 resale stuff. Am I going to roll it? Oh my god! That was just going around a corner here. Some of these muddy ruts are way deeper than they look like. Okay. Downshift to help control speed. Also helps to eliminate some of the real jerky behavior you get when you hit the gas. Which leads to this particular truck getting tippy. I may require a reverse gear. Okay. After the upgrade and seeing what's going on with that road over there, that makes a pretty good spot to call it for stream purposes. And then I may end up... I have to go around this rock this way. Anyway, now, I may end up doing some more of this blind scouting off-stream. Just on the assumption that some of this is not terribly interesting, especially driving around at night. I still feel that guilty compulsion to go ahead and let its natural time scale run in normal mode here. Am I actually stuck in mud? That's kind of uncommon. I'm going to shortcut things and just do this right off the bat. So yeah, I've got that Pine Valley run. I finally got a new Game Plus mode where it is permanently daytime. And it is glorious to always be driving around in the daytime. But for the normal mode experience, I'm willing to accept the occasional nuisance of nighttime driving. I think in the big trucks, it's really not that big a deal. It's largely the issue of me. Yeah, I know I can't tell what's going on in the back end of my truck, so I don't know where the deep stuff is, so that's leading to a lot of these extra casual rollovers. I'm only at 6. It helps me if I don't hit double digits, because the code that I had to write for myself, because of the anti-Apple bias again on the some of the Stream Deck plugins that I've found for doing on-screen counters, don't work on that. But the code that I wrote for myself, I have a small feature in it that if you go to double digits, then when you reset for the next stream, it accidentally doesn't delete that second digit. So you automatically start off at an inappropriate number. So I can keep myself to only 9 rolls, then I don't have to manually do anything, or, fix my code, whatever. Really need to do... Yeah, maybe I got away without having to do it. What I really needed to do is manually set up my winch. Instead of letting the auto winch take me in a direction that isn't really helpful, but it was just barely helpful enough, and I got free of whatever I'm stuck in or on. Let's a little better turn first. I don't know. This truck never used to get this slippery on stuff like this. I don't know if it's by virtue of having the trailer that's kind of messing with Sasquatch, or if they change the profile in the way some of this stuff works. But wow, I am pivoting hard for some reason here. Just feels very different than my memory of how it used to, which leaves lots of room for I'm imagining things. On the plus side, it's more of a challenge than normal just to get this stupid thing to go up the hill, so that's kind of fun. Close enough to trees again that if I was to roll it, I'd actually be able to get it back upright. What I really don't want to do is all of this fighting through this stuff and then put it upside down just out of reach of multiple anchor points. I want to get up a little closer to this house in case it's got something to activate. Steering is just terrible. I think having the trailer is part of it. Part of my personal issues here. But we're still going. I think that is where the upgrade is, right up there. One other thing I should do is go double check how many upgrades are there. I think it tells you how many upgrades are in the region, and typically they're split evenly between maps, but not always. There's the body of the car that indicates an upgrade is nearby. I don't need to shut off the engine. Get upgrade. H6 15.0 liter Wanderer. That is for the other new truck, the Kenworth 963. Well, that's nice that I've got engine upgrades for both of those in case I ever find them. So now, if I can get this to turn, I can get it to turn and not roll over. It really doesn't want to turn. Still blame that damn trailer. There we go. Let's go take a look at what is going on with this really wide road with the things sitting in the middle. Oh, okay, they are doodads with arrows printed on them. Oh god, those are race flags. Oh my god, they've reused some of the Season 7 stuff. Is this actually a race course? Some sort of crazy-ass mountaintop racing oval. Some serious downhill on this side. There's a tower up top. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I know I want to drive by that tower. And then I bet I need to drive out that way. Okay. Well, that is probably going to be for the off-stream stuff. If that's a race course, I guarantee you there's going to be some sort of contest out there for doing some sort of wacky race. I will maybe preview it to see how bad it is, how much profanity it might elicit from me, but otherwise, I'm going to do a lot more of this exploration of the area, kind of off stream here. And, well, thanks to Nico, I will probably be back on Friday to do a Pikmin stream. No clue. I could do it at any time of day on Friday. I don't know when. I'm not going to lock myself in. It's going to be a fun and exciting adventure. And then I will almost certainly do my regular Saturday hours. Probably more Pikmin 4. I'm assuming that I'm really going to enjoy it because I have liked the previous ones. Even though, full disclosure, I have not completed any of the older ones because I've only had them for about a month. But I'm pretty sure I am going to enjoy 4 so much because I did love the demo that I can get 2 streams out of that easy. And then Dan and Jason are both back for streaming on Saturday together. And Dan is threatening he might actually do some streaming with Chalissa on Sunday as well. He used to be a big GTA 5 online guy. He has now discovered Red Dead Redemption Online. So that will be a great Sunday stream if he's going to do that. I want to take a quick look just to see if someone out here is running... Oh, those are horrible choices. See who is maybe running some SnowRunner that I can raid into. I am only going to give it a brief cursory inspection. If Ninja is on... Oh, King Ninja is on. Yep, we're definitely going that way. That's an easy choice. I don't feel like screwing around with my normal, oh god, who should I go to? Who should I go to? But this one makes a nice, easy choice. At the moment, it looks like he's got the loading screen for this map up, so he's definitely playing this too. The Pretzel was pretty bad with its selections. I opened with main character, but it was kind of horrible. GTA I played that little bit of when I first started the stream. It's okay. So Final Fantasy is the other one I preloaded on my Stream Deck just because I could. So let me fire up some of that. There it is. There is some music. Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining me today. I will definitely see you back on Friday and then again on Saturday. I'm going to go to the end screen and then I'm going to work on getting this raid going, and I will see you all next time. Bye.